When you say apart, your lips touch, but when you say together, they don't. Greetings gamers and welcome back to Top 10 Gaming. I'm your host Connor Monroe, and a ton of blue whales can literally be up to 1/20th of a blue whale. If you're new here, be sure to like and subscribe for daily gaming content and ring that bell because it makes a fun noise. The Sonic movie comes out next month, and since it's about a video game character, they have to reference the games, right? Well, that's what we're hoping for as we discuss the top 10 Sonic game mechanics we want to see in the movie. Roll the intro. And at 10, Tails. When you talk about a Sonic movie, it's only evident that you need to talk about whether you're going to include his compatriots or not. Sonic has a whole host of other anthropomorphized animals in his crew, but one has remained synonymous with the character, and that is obviously Tails. While Tails may not technically be a game mechanic, I still hope he gets included, even if it's for a brief cameo, since they probably don't want to upstage Sonic with another talking alien monster. This movie also appears to be a form of origin story and attempts to link their world to ours. So perhaps at the end of Doctor Strange, Ring Portal will be stuck open and we will have to set up another sequel, and we will set up a sequel with several characters showing up at once. While he wasn't shown in the trailer, we have seen other anthropomorphized creatures sitting in a tree in one of the trailers. So perhaps it's possible we will see him. Maybe he will come to take Sonic home. Or maybe it will be an end credit scene. We have no idea, it's not Marvel. And at 9, Badniks. The Badniks are a series of robots created by Eggman and are seen throughout the Sonic franchise. The main reason I'd like to see these included is because of their origin. The Badniks have run on various fuel sources over the years, but they started off using animals as a sort of living battery, and once destroyed, the animals would be freed. And apparently, they wouldn't be harmed in any way, so you're welcome, PETA. Aside from some mental trauma probably. Can you imagine if these robots and this story was included in the movie? Sure, PETA would be all over it, but it would give the character of Eggman some depth and give him some real motivation, as well as giving motivation to the characters to stop him to free all the squirrels and bunnies to send them back to the forest. Question is, if this was in real life, would the animals come out unscathed? Because people wouldn't come out unscathed. So, with animals, I have no idea. I'm gonna say no. Sorry, PETA. And at 8, Underwater Level. The underwater level in Sonic is one of the most infamous of all time. Hell, any underwater level is typically hated amongst fans of whatever franchise it's found in. However, I want to see Sonic underwater, perhaps while being chased by Robotnik, and I want to see the struggle on his face as the music we all know and loathe starts playing. And just at the end, he gets rescued. Just the amount of tension alone they would be able to put into the scene would be incredible. They could cut off all the music as he was knocked unconscious, and only start the anxiety-inducing drowning music after a few seconds. And then at the last second he gets rescued. Oh my god, it would be incredible. Maybe they could include the different drowning animations we've had over the years, maybe as like a little Easter egg for those of you who would be able to notice. Or maybe he's able to drop a spring at the bottom of the ocean and launches himself out, just as he's about to lose his last breath. Oh my god, the best scene in the movie right there. Add it in if it's not already in there, I will take 700 million. And at 7, Sonic driving. Stop yelling at me, this would be funny as hell. Like the scene in the trailer when they're driving, we can have Sonic just take the wheel and be like, don't worry, my friends and I do this all the time, like as a really bad reference to Team Sonic Racing, and then Tom can be like, what? Then Tom can be all like, why the hell do you know how to drive? You run at the speed of sound, and there can be a whole back and forth and Sonic can end up going like, can we discuss this when we're not about to die, please? Oh come on, even if you didn't like the game, it would still be funny and a really weird reference for them to include. Plus seeing that little blue alien trying to drive a human car would be insane and totally worth the ticket price. Oh come on! You know you die laughing at that thing trying to drive your dad's Honda Civic, where he has to look through the steering wheel like the old lady from Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Plus, he said I've always wanted to do this as he hops over the car in the new trailer. How would he always have wanted to do it if he didn't know what cars were? And at 6, Sonic SPINBALL. Hold on, hear me out again. If this was to be included, it would most likely be some form of dream sequence. You know damn well Sonic will probably have a fight with Tom and go off on his own, where Robotnik will catch him, and then it's Tom's job to have to save him. If Robotnik starts experimenting on him, he would need to knock Sonic out. What if while he's knocked out, he has a dream about being the ball in a pinball machine? This movie has to contain as much fan service as possible to make up for that terrible first trailer. Included in this fan service, I expect to see the full line of, meow? Sure, it may be from the crappy trailer, but do you know how much I love that line? Like, the thing is a Hedgehog, and he thinks that saying meow will save him. It's such a stupid meme and I love it. So keep that line in or I'm hands down walking out of the theater. I'm out. And at 5, wait screen. Well, this is a video game movie, so I feel like it's acceptable to have an actual pause screen rather than the movie just stopping. And if this is the case, then what up, I'm your boy. Hit me up and I can design it. Even if it's just at the main title screen, include any Sonic wait animation from any of the games. Hell, have the screen randomize which animation you get between the different games. I mean, do you know how cool that would be? Even if the movie is trash, I'd still get the DVD just for this if that was the case, especially if I designed it, hit me up. And because I'm trying to get all the DVDs of the Smash Bros universe, because even if you don't want it, it will happen. However, Paramount, I will legit design these pawn screens if you want them to be perfect. All you gotta do is pay me $1 million. I can't even say that with this straight face. Okay, I'll take 999,000. And at 4, loops. The loops in the Sonic games are iconic. They help to show your speed and they really help in showing the scale of the world you're in. What I and seemingly many of you are looking for is a first-person shot of Sonic running around a loop. There's the shot of like where he launches off a ramp, so maybe just before this we can get a nice sweet loop shot. Do you know how many people you would make happy with that? The amount of cheering in the theater would be wonderful. It's like white people at the end of Endgame. And like I've been saying this whole time, this movie needs all the fan service it can muster due to its poor portrayal of Sonic in the first time. Which in all honesty I think was a marketing tactic. You have such a god-awful Sonic so that everyone talks about you, then you pledge to make it better, making it seem like a huge task, but then delivering it in only a few months. I feel like they had the good one waiting all along, but they wanted the PR, or they wanted to see how the public would have reacted to this version. Or maybe they only redesigned them for the trailer and when we go see it, there will be the crap version, because if that happens. And at 3, rings. As we have been seeing in the trailer, Sonic does indeed have the rings. Somehow he is using them like Doctor Strange portals, but I'm talking about the gameplay mechanics. I think it would be cool to see Sonic lose his speed if he ran out of rings. Like he has one left, but somehow Robotnik takes it from him, thus making him lose his speed, and Robotnik discovering he needs to research the rings instead. This could be an interesting scene where we see Sonic vulnerable, without his most valuable asset. They could play the game over music as Robotnik takes the ring as well, only adding to the emotion of the scene. And since I'm sure the movie lore will differ from the game lore, it's entirely plausible for Paramount to put a scene like this into the movie, even if it's not a perfect representation of the game mechanic. But in all honesty, none of these will, because they have to adapt to being in a movie with a set story rather than a game where you can control the character and do basically whatever you want. And at 2, the Chaos Emeralds. This is something I thought would be in the movie originally, but I've seen no official mention of the Chaos Emeralds. The Infinity Stones of the Sonic universe are bound to show up in any Sonic media, but if they were to appear in the movie, I think they would tie into Sonic's speed. Again, I'm sure Sonic will get trapped by Robotnik and Tom will have to go save him, but I'm just wondering what Robotnik will discover when he finds out what he needs from Sonic. What if he discovers the Chaos Emeralds and travels to Sonic's world to find them like we see in the final clip of the first trailer? Maybe he will head there and find the creatures for the robots instead of using real-world animals, because PETA would be all over that. What if the emeralds exist somehow in our world instead, and that's why Sonic is still fast with our atmosphere and gravity probably being different from his world? Or he gets them all and then infuses them into Sonic trying to find some ultimate power like humans do, and ends up creating, and at number 1, Super Sonic. If the Chaos Emeralds, one of the most iconic Sonic game mechanics, will be in the Sonic movie, it's essential to see a Super Sonic make an appearance as well. Perhaps, as I suggest, Robotnik infuses him with the Chaos Emeralds as a sort of power supply for his robots or something, but ends up creating Super Sonic, which allows him to escape. Plus, if you couldn't tell, the song Super Sonic by the one-hit wonder group JJ Fad was in the new movie trailer, replacing Gangsta's Paradise by Coolio, which is much more fitting and could be a hint at events taking place in the movie, future movies, or could just be an Easter egg for those of us that could spot it. Well, I guess technically hear it. If you hear something then point it out, does it technically count as spotting it? I don't know anymore. Someone help me. There we have it, friends, the top 10 Sonic game mechanics we want to see in the movie. If you enjoyed, be sure you hit like and subscribe to Top 10 Gaming for daily gaming content and to join the clan and ring that bell to level up. Seriously, it helps us know what you enjoy watching so we can make more of what you love. And if you know anyone who is excited for the Sonic movie, please share this video with them. Thank you all so much for watching. I have been and shall remain Connor Monroe, and I'll see you in another video.